Hello, friends. It is day 12 of our ease into the new year, which calls for a little heart opening, little vinyasa, little fiery movement. So it is not as gentle of a floor class as some of these have been. We get up, we get moving around, and we open up, fill ourselves up, fill up our cup. So whenever you're ready, we can get started. We start today at the top of the mat, mountain pose, hands at heart center, tapping into our breath, our energy centers, radiating within, grounding down through the feet, feeling the earth beneath us, taking one big breath, fill the belly, and exhale. Suck the navel into the spine, exhale it all out. This next inhale, release the hands and sweep them up overhead. Interlace the fingers, pressing palm up to the sky. Cross this right leg over the left and take both hands over to the right side as well. Big side body stretch. Exhale back to center, uncross the leg, to cross the left over the right and bend to the left. Back through center, uncross the legs, keeping them hip distance apart, bend to the right one more time. Exhale through center and to the left. Through center, release the hands, let them come to the sides. Standing at the top of the mat, facing forward, inhale, clasp the fingers behind the back, and reach the hands down, opening the chest. Feeling the spread between the collarbones, squeezing the scapula together. And on your next inhale, bend the knees and gently fold forward, dropping the belly to the thighs. Hands come overhead. Feeling the blood rush to the head here. Breathing. Exhale, gently release the hands. They find the mat as we gently step down onto the knees, scoot back to the middle of the mat, finding our tabletop pose and warming up the spine with a few rounds of cat-cow. Moving with the breath. Waking up the spine with this back and forward movement. Yes, feeling good. Beautiful. One more round. And then we meet in tabletop, keep the tops of the feet grounded on the mat. Connect to the core, press through the hands to protract the shoulders and lift the knees about an inch off the ground, hovering cat. Hold here, firing up the abdominals. 3, 2, 1, release. Moving onto the knees, keeping the hips over the knees, walk the hands out, melt the heart down, puppy pose. One big inhale and exhale, release. Tension in the shoulders. We have an option here to take the feet off the mat, kind of cross the ankles, helping you to send the hands out just a little bit more, melting down. I find that this helps me open up a little bit more in my shoulders. One more breath. Beautiful. Release the feet, lift the chest, walk the hands back, tuck the toes, and send the hips up, downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward. Take a moment here to wake up the backs of the legs, maybe by bending the knees or pedaling out through the feet, waking up the balls of the feet. Then we find our static downward facing dog, gazing at the hands. Bend the knees, make your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips can float up the shins as we extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, hands come above the head, big reach. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, flat back, dive down. Halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, plank pose, taking a vinyasa, nice and controlled. Tuck the elbows into the sides. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, shine the chest forward. And exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Grounding down through the left heel. Raise the right leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, take it in through the chest, plant it in between the hands, and lift up high lunge, keeping the arms behind us, sweep them behind. On this next inhale, warrior one, reach the arms up, pivot on that back foot, checking our heel alignment for a second here. Sinking into the hips. On this next exhale, reach the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and inhale, pull the hands down, lift the chest up. Exhale, send the shoulder to the knee, sending the hands overhead. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, send the shoulder down. Inhale, lift the chest, release the hands. And exhale, warrior two, gazing over this right hand. Inhale, reach forward, flip the palm, and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, windmill around, extended side angle. This elbow comes to the knee. Our left arm reaches over, creating a nice long line from fingertips to toes. Big inhale. And exhale, windmill up, nice strong core, warrior two. Straightening the legs, turning the toes to the corners of the mat. And exhale, sinking down into goddess, squeezing the glutes together nice and strong. Send the arms out, shoulder height. Bring them in front of the chest, eagle arms crossing the left underneath the right, meeting palms and lifting up, opening through the backs of the shoulders. Beautiful. Nice and active in the glutes, finding strength. One more breath. And exhale, release. Inhale, straighten, 5-star pose. Sweep that left foot up, back up to the front of the mat, mountain pose. Inhale, reach that left knee up into the chest, and we'll prepare for a dancer. Now this might not be super open. We have not opened a lot of warm up in the hips, but nice balancing pose, reaching that right arm forward or down, grabbing the ankle or the foot, and slowly shifting your weight forward as we send that foot up and behind us. Just practicing using your focus point and using your balance, laughing off any falls or wobbles that may happen. Using your breath. One more breath. We meet in mountain pose. Release. Maybe shake out the legs a little bit. Inhale, reach up, hands meet. Exhale, take them to heart center. Take a little check-in here. How are you doing? Are you feeling a little warmed up? Ready to go? Go again on the other side. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, flat back. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Taking a vinyasa. And meeting in downward facing dog. Grounding through that right heel. Sweep the left leg behind, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring it all the way in. High lunge. Release the arms up. Big inhale. High lunge. Ground through the right. Sweep the left leg up. Bring it in. Bend the knee and bring it in through the chest. Planting in between the hands. Lunge with the arms behind us extended. Inhale, warrior one. Check our heel alignment before sinking into the hips. Exhale, hands come behind as we interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest up high, sink into the hips. And exhale, humble warrior, fold. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. One more breath. You got this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Release the hands. Come into a warrior two. Sink into the hips, nice and strong. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Reach forward and back. And exhale, extended side angle. Reach that right arm over. Exhale, bring up nice and strong warrior two. Inhale, turn to the corners of the mat. Exhale, goddess pose. Sinking down. This time, lifting up on the left ball of the foot, lift the left heel and the right. Hold here for a breath. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, release. Send the arms out long in front of the chest. This time the right scoops underneath as we balance out both sides. Inhale, lift the arms. Squeezing here, nice and strong. You got this. One more breath. Opening up through the shoulders. Exhale, release. Straighten those legs. I know you want to. Sweep back up to mountain pose. Inhale, right knee into the chest. And exhale, take it back behind, finding our dancer. Moving slowly. Beautiful. Using your focus point. Not judging wherever you are, just having fun. Playing around. One more breath. Gently release, mountain pose. And rain the fingertips down, fold over the legs. Take a little shake out here, a little knee shake out. And then gently come down onto the belly. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up the chest. I'm going to cross the arms over. So this left hand comes towards the right. Right crosses over. We walk the fingertips out until we feel a nice stretch in the shoulders. Then we release the head onto the arms. And enjoy this beautiful stretch. Then inhale, lift up, gently uncross the arms and cross the other way. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Lifting up the chest, gently taking the hands underneath the shoulders and pressing back to child's pose. Taking a little rest here, starting to calm down the body, even out the breath, slow it down a little. Beautiful. Melt the heart down. Deepen your breath. On this next inhale, press through the hands to lift the chest, walk them back towards the hips. And on this inhale, lifting up onto the knees, reaching the arms above the head. Exhale, take the hands behind the back onto this little fleshy part of the bug here. And we can keep the feet flat or we can tuck the toes as we prepare for a little back bend. Take one inhale and exhale. Start to send the pelvis forward as we gently drop the head back. Only going as far as we can breathe nice and easy. Exhale, come up. Release the hands. We can come into a little swinging camel. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the right hand to the ankle, sending the left overhead. Again, we can untuck the feet as well, depending on how open we are. Releasing the hips down towards the heels to send the right overhead, grubbing onto the left ankle. Moving with the breath, kind of finding a little fun with this little swinging camel here. Making sure we even out both sides. And we can release back, taking the hands in front of the chest, interlacing the fingers and pressing the palm out, rounding through the back, tucking the chin into the chest. One big breath here. And then release, coming onto the back, crossing at the ankles and sending the legs out. Preparing for bridge pose. After we take a little wind release, we need a little counter for camel. A little rock, a little lower back massage. And then plant the feet down on the mat, hip width apart, palms down. Big inhale. And exhale, send the hips up to the sky. Beautiful. Squeeze everything. Maybe take the hands underneath the chest so we can walk the shoulder blades underneath, sending the hips up even higher. Squeeze. Keeping the knees together, hip width apart. Hold here. Beautiful. If we want an extra little challenge, we can ground through that left foot and raise the right knee into the chest. Really activating the glutes. Releasing it back. Grounding through that right foot. Taking the left knee into the chest. Still sending the hips up as high as you can. Exhale, release. Let the hips drop. Taking either a little wind release or finding happy baby. Giving the lower back some support here. And finding a little bit of stillness, a little bit of rest after we got everything moving. Taking a little check-in here. How are you feeling today? Maybe noticing a difference in how you feel as opposed to before you came onto the mat, or maybe not. Slowing down the breath. Taking any extra little movements we might want before we head into Shavasana. Maybe we want plow pose, shoulder stand. Maybe we just want a rest. Whenever you're ready, you can extend the legs long, let them fall where they may, and just release tension in the body. Let everything go. Soften all of your muscles, especially the ones in the face. Maybe slightly open the mouth, releasing the jaw. finding a few silent moments for yourself. Practicing the art of stillness. And remembering to focus back on the breath whenever thoughts trickle in or float by. Filling the belly with air, sending oxygen to the entire body, rejuvenating your cells. And whenever you're ready, we slowly start to wiggle the toes, maybe shake the head side to side, making any small movements to come back into the body, into this room. Whenever you feel awake, you can slowly come to one side and gently press up to a seat. We take one last breath together. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. I look forward to seeing you again on the mat very soon. Namaste.